Hello everyone, in this video we are going to solve set number 1 from DILR section of CAT 2023 slot 3. This is one of the easiest set of this slot, so I will suggest everyone to take the screenshot of the given data and questions, try this set by yourself and then come back to this explanation video. So now let's start solving this set. First of all, let's read the data carefully. An air conditioner company has 4 dealers D1, D2, D3 and D4 in a city. They are evaluating sales performance of these 4 dealers. The company sells 2 variants of ACs, window and split. Both variants are either inverter type or non-inverter type. It is known that the total number of ACs sold in the city, 25% are window and the rest are of the split variant. Among the inverter ACs, 20% are window and the following information is given. If you read the following statements, what is given over here, we need to form a table where we need to identify every dealer, or you can say each dealer sold how many window ACs, how many split ACs. In window ACs, how many were inverter type and non-inverter, same in the split ACs. If you look at the question, we need the same kind of data. First question, how many split inverter ACs did D2 sell? Second question, what percentage of the ACs sold were non-inverter type? And so on. So over here, we need to form a table in this manner. So there are 4 dealers. They are going to sell window ACs and split ACs, and they are of which type? Inverter and non-inverter. So over here some important data is given. You can see that out of total number of ACs sold, 25% are window. Out of total number of ACs, 25% ACs are window and 75% ACs are split. After that, among inverter ACs, 20% are of window variant. Let's have a look at it. And if you read these statements, what you will come to know that in statement number 3, what is mentioned, let's have a look at it. A total of 6 window non-inverter ACs. Total window and non-inverter ACs are 6. And 36 split inverter ACs were sold in the city. 36 split and inverter, this number is equal to 36. It means the sum of these 4 numbers is equal to 36 over here. So now, over here there is one statement, among the inverter ACs, 20% are window ACs. Among the inverter ACs, 20%, let me write over here, among inverter, 20% is window. It means 80% are of split type. Now we know this 80% represent how much? Under inverter, this 80% represent 36. So 20% represent how much? So 20% represent 9 over here if you divide both sides by 4. So how many window inverter ACs are sold? 9. So 9 will come over here. After this, let's read this paragraph. But before that, we can do one more calculation. Total window ACs sold are 9 plus 6, 15. 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. And this represents 25%. These are total number of window ACs sold. Now the total number of split ACs sold are 75. So if 25% is 15, 75% is going to be how much? Multiplied by 3, that is equal to 45. Total 45 split ACs are sold. So out of that 45, 36 are inverter and the remaining 9 are going to be non-inverter split ACs. After this, first statement is every dealer sold at least 2 window ACs. Okay. Then D1 sold 13 inverter ACs and D3 sold 5 non-inverter ACs. Okay, we cannot enter this data directly as of now. So let's read the statements further. Statement number 4 says that the number of split ACs sold by D1. The number of split ACs sold by D1 was twice the number of window ACs sold by it. Hold on, let's keep this statement again on hold because we don't know they are talking about inverter type or non-inverter type. Statement number 5 says that D3 and D4 sold equal number of window ACs, and this number was 1/3 of the number of similar ACs sold by D2. Again, over here we don't know, are they talking about, they are talking about inverter plus non-inverter. We don't know exact bifurcation, so keep it on hold. Statement number 6. D2 and D3 were the only ones who sold window non-inverter AC. Window non-inverter D2 and D3. It means D1 is not going to sell, D4 is not going to sell window non-inverter ACs. The number of these ACs sold by D2 was twice the number of ACs sold by D3. If D3 is going to sell X non-inverter window ACs, then D2 will sell twice of X, that is 2X. So from this what we can conclude is the addition of 2X and X is equal to 6. It means 3X is equal to 6, X is equal to 2. So this number is going to be 4 and this number is going to be 2 over here. So over here we're done with statement number 6. Now, statement number 7 says that D3 and D4 sold equal number of split inverter AC. Split inverter AC D3 and D4. The number is equal. Let's call it as Y and Y. This number was half the number of similar ACs sold by D2. It means D2 is going to be twice of Y under split and inverter. Twice of Y. So over here we're done with statement number 7. Again read these statements. Statement number 2 says that D3 sold 5 non-inverter ACs. Out of these 5, D3 sell 2 non-inverter window ACs. So 5 minus 2, 3 becomes non-inverter split ACs. D1 sold 13 inverter ACs. So out of that 13, if the inverter split is K, window inverter becomes how much? 13 minus K. So we're done with second statement over here. After this we can form an equation for the split inverter ACs, that is K plus 4 times Y is equal to 36. If the value of K is equal to 0, the value of Y will become 9. If the value of, but K cannot be 0 over here, because if K becomes 0, then 13 minus K will become 13 minus 0, 13, but total number of window inverter ACs sold is 9. Then if the value of Y, the next possible value of Y is equal to 8, in that case the value of K becomes 4. Now the next possible value of Y is 7. In that case the value of K will become 8. Then after that, the next is, over here the value of K cannot be 4, everyone. If 13 minus K, if K is equal to 4, 13 minus K, 13 minus 4 becomes 9, and in that case D4 will become 0 assets sold by D4, 0 window assets sold by D4, which will contradict the first statement. So from this we can confirm that the value of K cannot be 4. The next possible value, if value of Y is equal to 6, 4 is 24. 36 minus 24 is equal to 12. The value of K becomes 12. Now value of K cannot be more than 12 now. Value of K cannot be more than 12. Because the value of 13 minus k should be greater than or equal to 2, because every dealer sold at least 2 window aces. 13 minus k should be greater than or equal to 2, so k should be less than or equal to 11. So this case is invalid. So only this is a possible case over here. It means the value of k is going to be 8. So this is going to be how much? 5. 13 minus k is going to be 5. After this, the next is, let's have a look at it. Statement number 5, D3 and D4 sold equal number of window aces, and this number was 1/3 of the similar number of aces sold by D2. So 1/3, it means the total window aces sold by D2 should be multiple of 3. So over here 4 plus which number is multiple of 3? It can be 2 or it can be 5. It cannot be 5 because the total addition is supposed to be 9. 5 plus 5 becomes more than 9. So this number has to be 2. It means D2 is going to sell how many window aces? 2 plus 4, 6. And 1/3 of 6. 1/3 of 6 is equal to 2. It means the total window aces sold by D3 is 2. So inverter is 0, non-inverter is 2. And the total window aces sold by D4 under inverter category is going to be 2. So this is how we can use statement number 6. After that, the value of y, we got it 7 over here. The value of y is equal to 7. So this is equal to 14. This is 7 and this is 7. Now what is left over here? Let's have a look at it. Now the statement number 4. The number of split aces sold by D1. Number of split aces sold by D1 is twice the number of window aces sold by it. D1 is going to sell how many window aces? 5 plus 0, 5. So D1 will sell how many split aces? 5 into 2, that is equal to 10. So total number of split aces sold by D1 is 10. Out of that 8 is inverter AC. The remaining 10 minus 8, 2 ACs are a non-inverter AC. So the total ACs sold by D1 is equal to 5 plus 0 plus 8 plus 2, that is equal to 15. Total ACs sold by D2 we can't find as we don't know this number. Total ACs sold by D3 is equal to 12. Total ACs sold by D4 we are not sure over here. So this is how we can complete this table. Now let's go to the questions. For that, let me copy this table. Question number 1, 2 and 3. How many split inverter ACs did D2 sell? D2 and split inverter ACs, the answer of this question is 14. What percentage of ACs sold were of non-inverter type? Total number of ACs are 36 and 1854 and 660 is the total number of ACs sold. The non-inverter are going to be 6 plus 9. 6 plus 9 divided by 60 into 100. 15 divided by 15, 4s are 60. So 100 by 4 is going to be 25%. Then question number 3. What was the total number of ACs sold by D2 and D4? Total number of ACs sold by D2 and D4 we cannot find exactly individually. But what we can do is total number of ACs minus the number of ACs sold by D1 and D3. So this subtraction is going to be how much? This subtraction is going to be 33. After this, question number 4. Question number 4 is, which of the following statement is necessarily false? D2 sold the highest number of ACs. We don't know the total for D2 and D4 everyone. Let's have a look at it. the total of D2 is going to be 14, 4 and 2, that is equal to 20. So 20 plus these two numbers can be 0 to 4. So 20 plus 0 to 4 is the answer over here, D2. So D2 sold the highest number of ACs, yes or no? For that, let's calculate the value of D4. D4 is going to sell how many? 2 plus 0 plus 7, that is equal to 9. 9 plus 0 to 4. 9 plus 0 to 4, because we don't know this number exact. So over here we can see that the total number of ACs sold by D2 is going to be the highest. So first statement is true, but we need to identify which statement is false. That becomes our answer. D4 sold more split ACs as compared to D3. Split ACs. D4 sold somewhere around 7 plus 0 to 4, and D3 7 plus 3, that is equal to 10. So it may possible that sometimes this is better, sometimes this is greater, or sometimes this is greater. So we cannot say that this statement is necessarily false. So option A is not our answer, option B is not our answer. D1 and D3 sold an equal number of split ACs. D1 sold 10 and D3 10. So this statement is compulsorily true. D1 and D3 together sold more ACs. This addition is going to be how much? Total is 60. Total is equal to 60. Out of 60, this 15 and 12 goes. So 27 goes. This addition is equal to 33. So D1 and D3 together sold more ACs compared to D2 and D4. D2 and D4 is equal to how much? D2. Look at D1 and D3 is equal to 15 plus 12, that is equal to 27. And D2 and D4, this addition is going to be 33. So over here 27 is more than 33. This is definitely false. So for question number 4, we are going to mark option D. And then question number 5. Let's have a look at it. Question number 5 is, if D3 and D4 sold equal number of ACs, the remaining is how much? If D3 and D4 sold equal number of ACs, so this number will become 12. And this number will become how much? That is equal to 33 minus 12. 33 minus 12 is equal to 21. Then what was the number of non-inverter ACs sold by D2? So this number will become how much? Let's have a look at it. This number will become 1. So what was the number of non-inverter ACs sold by D2? That is equal to how much? 4 plus 1. The answer of this question is 5. This is how we can solve this set.